Yes, the streaming. Okay. So we start as usual, laying down on the flat, on the mat. Knees bent if you have any tension in the lumbar spine. Otherwise, legs straight and rolled outward. Up to you to find your comfortable position for your lumbar spine. Roll the arms outward. Palm of the hand facing the sky. Keep the shoulder blades flat onto the ground and slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Relax your forehead, eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face. And clench your jaw. And let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck and shoulders. Arms, forearms, and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back, and your spine, vertebra per vertebra. Relax your belly and the wall abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins. Relax your legs, knees, ankles, and feet. Bring your attention into your breathing cycle and start observing every aspect of your breathing cycle. Which part of your body moves the most, chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation, the small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the full phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And even there, observe. Is one of the two pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remains relaxed and open, even during the pauses. 3 more observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control and create a long, slow, steady breath. Constant from the beginning till the end. Allow your body to expand with every inhalation and become more compact with every exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Observe your belly. Observe your chest. Observe if there is any tension in those two areas. Long, slow, and steady breath. From the next breath, start breathing onto your belly. It's just the belly moving, not the chest. Abdominal breath. Allow your belly to expand and become more compact with every exhalation. Observe your diaphragm moving down with every inhalation and up with every exhalation. Become aware of your body. Long, slow, and steady breath. Only belly is moving, not the chest. Three more breaths. Allow your diaphragm to move down and up with every inhalation and exhalation. At the end of the third breath, start a thoracic breath. So now the belly is not moving anymore, and it's just the chest moving to the side, opening with every inhalation. Observe your chest becoming wider with every inhalation. Keep a gentle activation of your abdominal muscles to allow your chest to move more to the side. Your belly is not moving anymore. It's just the chest. Allow the rib cage to become wider with every inhalation. But keep your belly still. And observe the diaphragm, allowing the rib cage to move to the side. It's just like your diaphragm becomes flatter and pushes the rib cage to the side. Become aware of this movement and keep a long, slow, and steady breath. Your rib cage move to the side with every inhalation. And your ribs move closer to each other with every exhalation. The belly is not moving anymore. is just the rib cage. Three more breaths. And for those 3 breaths, push your rib cage even more. Use all your muscles, your rib cage muscles, to push the rib cage to the side. At the end of the 3rd breath, create a fuller breath, starting on the belly. So the belly moves for first, and then moving up to the chest. Filling up your lungs completely. Start breathing on your belly, and then up to the chest. Allow your diaphragm to move down toward the hips on the first part of your inhalation, and then becoming flatter, wider with the second part where you activate your rib cage. Inhale, belly, chest. And now exhale, belly, chest. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, belly, chest. 3 more breaths. At the end of your 3rd breath, go back to a normal breath, not controlled. Allow your breath to become lighter and lighter, more and more silent. And also your muscles, your body, becoming more and more relaxed. Let go. Last moments. Now bend your knees. Inhale deeply. And with exhalation, just with our feet down. Okay, sorry. Inhale. With the exhalation, push your lumbar spine and neck toward the ground. So push the back of your head away from the shoulders, creating sort of a double chin. With the inhalation, release all the movements. And with exhalation again, lumbar spine and neck toward the ground. Gently. Inhale. And with exhalation, lumbar spine and neck toward the ground. Lengthen your spine. Keep on moving this way. With every exhalation, move your lumbar spine and neck toward the ground, lengthening your spine. Three more breaths. At the end of the 3rd, go back to a normal breath and allow your breath to become lighter and lighter. Roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before pushing the left hand to sit up. Sit in a cross-legged position. Hands over your knees, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Create circles with your lumbar spine. Breath on one side. And on the other side. Now lift the sternum. Move the shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. Push the thumbs back. And move the hands down toward the ground, like you want to touch the ground. Breathe deeply on your chest. Expand your chest with every inhalation. So contract gently your abdominal muscles to focus on the opening of the chest. 3 deep breaths. And release. Put your hands in cactus pose. Okay. Keep the elbows aligned with the shoulders. Shoulder blades down. Push the elbows and the forearm back. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, still pushing your elbows and forearms back, allow the elbows to move down toward the ground really slowly and observe how the stretch on the front of the chest change. Keep the forearm parallel to the ground, perpendicular to the ground. Okay, and now release. Okay. Again, circles with your lumbar spine, but now move the belly toward the ground, toward the spine. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in, and create circles with your lumbar spine. Lift on one side, and on the other side. Okay, now take the bolster, put the bolster on the back of the mat, take a folded blanket, folded just like you want to create a set of pillow, small pillow. Okay, even more, even one more time. Okay, and put it on the back of the mat. Leave a bit of space between your buttocks and the bolster. Lay down over the bolster, and the end of the bolster have to be on the lower part of your rib cage. So the lumbar spine is free to relax, but the shoulder blades are over the bolster, not on the edge, but just over the bolster. Okay. Keep your knees bent, feet quite close to the buttocks. Push the back of your head away from the shoulders, take the folded blanket and put the folded blanket just on the back of your head. So even there, your neck is free, completely free to move. Inhale deeply, relax your arms, inhale deeply. With the exhalation, push your lumbar spine and neck down. The same movement that we did flat onto the ground, and we're gonna do it with the bolster in the middle. Inhale, release. With the exhalation, lumbar spine and neck back. One more time. Okay, now put your arms in cactus pose again. Keep your elbows aligned with the shoulders and the forearm parallel to the ground. If you're unsure, then just look at your arms. Keep your arms there. and observe the stretch on the front of your rib cage, around your collarbones, and around your shoulders. Stay there. 3 long breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, still keeping the forearm parallel to the ground, and still allowing the arms to move down toward the ground thanks to the gravity, move the elbows closer to the chest, keeping the forearm parallel to each other. And observe how the stretch changes on your body. Stop your movement and stay there. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, push your hands down like you want to touch the ground and lift your elbows a little bit up to the sky. A little bit, not too much. But even there, just to observe how it changes, this small movement, how it changes a lot on your chest, on your shoulders, on your arms. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, straighten your arms and put your hands down on the ground. Keep your arms in line with the shoulders. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, push your lumbar spine and neck down. 2 more. Inhale. And with the exhalation, push your lumbar spine and neck down. Inhale 1 more time. Exhale, lumbar spine and neck down. Okay, now interlace your hands and put your hands behind your head. Now, move the shoulder blades toward the waist. So move the shoulders away from the ears. And allow your elbows to move down toward the ground using the gravity. Breathe deeply on your chest. So even there, activate gently your abdominal muscles. And push your rib cage to the side with every inhalation. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And release the arms. 3 breaths. Still pushing lumbar spine and neck back. At the end of the 3rd breath, straighten your arms up to the sky, palms facing each other. Move the shoulders away from the ears and keep the shoulders away from the ears while moving the hands and the arms back really gently. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Move the arms back. Allow the hands to go as low as you can. Keep the shoulders as much as you can away from the ears. With every inhalation, Allow your chest to move to the side. With every exhalation, move the shoulder, move the lumbar spine and neck down. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, lumbar spine and neck down. One more time, inhale. And with the exhalation, lumbar spine and neck back. Really gently. Lift your arms up again. Keep the movement slow. Now, interlace the hands and put the palm of the hand on the top of your head. Keep the shoulders away from the ears and allow the elbows to move down toward the ground. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, turn your hands to have the palm of the hand facing back and the fingers touching the top of your head. Now, push the thumbs back and the small fingers more and more toward your head, like you want to turn your head even more. Shoulders away from the ears. Move the elbows down. 3 breaths. Observe all the small movements, also more stretching around your shoulders, around your arms. At the end of the 3rd, straighten your arms back, keeping the hands interlaced. Keep on pushing the thumbs back, away from your head, and the small fingers toward your head. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, bend your elbows and put your hands, the back of your hands, again in contact with your head. Allow all the elbows to move down. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, go back with the arms in cactus pose. And allow the hands and the arms to move down toward the ground. With every inhalation, allow your chest to become wider. With every exhalation, push your lumbar spine and neck back. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, really slowly, move the elbows as much as you can close to the chest. Keeping the forearm as much as you can parallel to the ground. Lift your buttocks. Tuck the tailbone under and stay there for 3 breaths. The end of the 3rd breath. Allow your arms to move down to the ground. But keep on pushing the hips up. Belly in. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, allow your hips to go all the way down to the ground. Roll on your right side. And stay on your right side for several breaths. If you want to, you can even take the folded blanket or the bolster and put it under your head. Okay, now push with the left hand and sit up. Okay. Take the bolster and move the bolster on the front of the mat. Put your hands over the bolster in a sort of tabletop position. Inhale. With the exhalation, roll your hips backward. Push your spine up and look at your spine, look at your belly. Inhale, roll your hips forward, allow the spine to drop, slide the shoulder blades over the waist and look up. Exhale, look at your belly. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look at your belly. Inhale, look up. And one more time, exhale, look at your belly. Inhale, look up. Okay. Now, from this position, keep your buttocks right above the knees and push the bolster, let the bolster roll, and allow the chest to move down toward the ground. Keep your arms straight and active, and keep the shoulders away from the ears. Allow the head to move down toward the ground. Push the lumbar spine up, chest down, lumbar spine up. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, come back up. Let the bolster roll. And again, walk forward with your hands. Let the bolster roll and go down. Belly in, lumbar spine up, chest down. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, come back up. And one more time. Walk forward, belly in, lumbar spine up, chest down. 3 breaths. Come back up again. Take the bolster and sit over the bolster. Okay. Hands over your thighs, create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. But now I want you to find a drishti and not move your head. So focus on not moving your head, not even 1 millimeter. And focus on moving just the hips and lumbar spine, both on one side and on the other side. Okay, now lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, roll your arms outward, and put your hands inside your feet. Keep the sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, and create circles with your hips. Harder, isn't it? Because in this position, you're not moving the shoulders. You're just focusing on moving your hips and lumbar spine. So it's harder, but actually it's more focused. Belly in. Turn also on the other side. Good. Yeah, it's funny how a lot changes with changing just a tiny bit. Okay, now roll your arms outward, push the back of your head in contact. Well, in contact is it's a big word, but toward the bolster, like you want to touch the bolster. I cannot touch the bolster. I can touch the bolster maybe with my fingers, but not with the back of the head, the hand. But the idea is touching as much as you can. So your also the muscles between your shoulder blades are active. Okay, good. 3 breaths. Okay, now I want you to roll your arms inward to spread your shoulder blades, but keep your sternum lifted. So your chest is not really moving, it's just the shoulder blades moving. Roll your arms again outward. Push the back of your hands toward the bolster and observe the muscles between the shoulder blades. Observe your chest, observe the positioning of your chest. And without moving the chest, just roll your arms inward and observe the movement of the muscles between the shoulder blades. Just that. Become aware of this movement and how it relaxes the muscles between the shoulder blades. Okay, release that movement and create small circles with your head, both on one side and on the other side. Relax completely your arms now. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Turn to the right. Put your left hand outside of your right leg, wherever is comfortable for you. Put your right hand, if you can, on the back of the bolster. If it's doable, and if it's even easy, you can even move your hands to the left side of the bolster. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in, and twist, look behind you. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center. Put your right hand on the outside of your left leg, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, twist. Put your left hand either on the back of the bolster or even to the right side of the bolster. Keep the sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in, and twist. Look behind you, 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, come back to center and create circles with your lumbar spine. Both on one side and on the other side. Okay, now put the bolster away. Enter a tabletop position. Walk back with your knees, gently back. Roll the arms outward. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. So move the shoulders away from the ears and keep the shoulders away from the ears. Put your feet as wide as the mat. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. With the exhalation, move your buttocks back and shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and really slowly start straightening your legs. Push your chest more than usual toward your feet. Now lift your heels as high as you can. Roll your hips forward and push your chest
toward your knees. Like you want to fold. As much as you can. And still keeping the movement of the chest toward the knees, allow the heels to move down toward the ground again. If it doesn't touch the ground, it's not a problem. I'm not touching the ground at the moment, and it's not a problem. Keep your legs active and keep on pushing the chest toward the feet or toward the knees. Stay there. The last moments. Stay there. Open your chest. Really slowly. Walk back with your hands. Wide leg Uttanasana. Put your hands on your waist and come back up. Okay.
Now, we're going to do something interesting. So, I want you to put your right feet forward and left feet back. But now, I want you to bend your right knee. Keep the right knee right over your heel and slide back with your left feet until you have the thigh, the right thigh, parallel to the ground. So it's really low. You can put your hands over your knee, your right knee, to help you. Yes, beautiful. Now push your left heel back to straighten your left leg. Keep the sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in. Okay, now with the legs in this position, I know it's challenging, but you can do it. Keeping the legs in this position, belly in. Lift your arms, put the arms in cactus pose and push the forearm back. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, put your hands down on the ground. Put your left knee down on the ground. Breathe. Now, still keeping your left toes under, I want you to lift your knee just a tiny bit, just a few centimeters. Okay, now lift your torso and put your hands over your right knee. I know it's hard. It's even harder than with a straight leg. I know, but you can do it. Okay, now straighten your leg and come back up. Yeah, it's hard, I know. But have you seen? You've did it. So, easy. Left leg forward, right leg back. Bend your left knee. Keep your left knee right over your left heel. Put your hands over the knee and slide back with your right feet in order to have the left leg, the left thigh, parallel to the ground. Okay, now push your right heel back to straighten the leg. Belly in, sternum lifted. Now, without moving the legs active and stable, lift your arms, put your arms in cactus pose, push your forearms back, 3 breaths. At the end of the third, put your hands down on the ground, put your right knee down on the ground and breathe. Good. Now, with the right toes tucked under, lift your right knee just a few centimeters from the ground.
less, lower, yes, exactly. Lift your torso, 3 breaths. So keep the right knee really low. Good, awesome. And at the end of the third, straighten your right leg first, and then come up. Good, 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 good. Now we're gonna do a Kriya. So the idea is to stay in the position a bit longer than usual. And this Kriya is actually a purification of the energy of our body. So we're gonna get rid of all the lower energies. Since you had quite an interesting time lately, we just get rid of all those low energy to boost your energy. So the position is quite easy. It's simply that, and then we lean forward with one leg back. So the feet of the hanging leg is really close to the ground. So if you just move the feet, you're gonna touch the ground. What you have to focus on is belly in order to lengthen your lumbar spine, because I don't want you to have tension on the lumbar spine. And try and relax the neck and the shoulder area. Because since we're gonna stay there for 1 minute or so, a little bit more than 1 minute maybe, the reaction of your body when something is harder is to clench your jaw, and then your neck, and then your shoulders. So focus on those 2 areas and keep a gentle bend on the standing leg. So you will be more reactive to find a balance. In case, you can always touch gently with the other feet. So we start leaning forward with the left leg back. So belly in, tuck your tailbone under, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. You can even if it's easier for you, you can put your hands just against the leg and keep it there. It will just help you maybe to lower your shoulders, but it's up to you. So inhale deeply and start leaning forward. Keep the left leg and the torso in line. Stay there, don't move anymore. Find the Dristi and just focus on there. Keep on lengthening your lumbar spine. And keep an easy breath. It's not the end of the world. Actually, it's easier than you thought, isn't it? Just stay there. Stable, focused. And if you start feeling the muscles on your body, well, you're just using your muscles. You have your muscles and you have the control of your muscles, the control of your body.
Don't allow your body to tell you if you can or cannot do it. Use your mind. Allow your mind to control everything. Yeah, you're working. It means that you're taking care of your body. You're using the muscles that you have in order to control your body, your stability, your grounding. And now you can come back in Tadasana. Stay there for a few seconds. And now prepare for the right leg back. So lean on the left leg and really gently start leaning forward, keeping the right leg in line with the torso. Tuck the tailbone under to lengthen your lumbar spine. Your right feet is really close to the ground. It's almost touching the ground. Unclench your jaw. Keep your face relaxed. Keep your neck relaxed. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Belly in. And find your determination. You're strong, not only on a physical level, but on a mental level. So take the control of your mind. If the mind wants to do something, it will find a way. If the mind doesn't want to really do something, it will find an excuse. Don't allow your body to give the excuse to your mind to let go. Stay there, strong and steady. You are strong. So don't allow your body to give any excuse to your mind. And don't allow your mind to create any excuse. You're stronger than that. Last moments. And now come back to Tadasana. Close your eyes. And breathe deeply. With your eyes closed, interlace your hands behind your sacrum and keep it the palm of the hand as much as you can. Close to each other, even in contact, straighten your arms back. And move the hands away from your buttocks. 3 breaths. Belly in. And release. Okay. Now, we're going to do roughly the same movement that we did before, but in an easier version. So put your right foot forward, left foot back, bend your right leg. Lift your arms up to the sky. Belly in. Focus more on the belly. So tilt your hips backward because I want you to feel the stretch on your left groin. Keep your hips parallel to the short side of the mat. Push your left heel back into the ground. Okay. Now, push your thumbs back for 3 breaths. Still keeping your belly in. At the end of the 3rd breath, bend your elbows, cactus pose, hands, palm of the hand facing forward, and push your elbows back. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, lower your arms and change leg. Left leg forward, right leg back. Bend your left leg, keep your left knee right over your left heel. Push your right heel toward the ground. Tuck your tailbone under, belly in, stretch your right groin, keep your hip as much as you can parallel to the short side of the mat, lift the arms up and push the thumbs back. 3 breaths, belly in, at the end of the third, bend your elbow, keep the palm of the hand facing forward and push your forearms back. 3 breaths, belly in, tuck the tailbone under, stretch your right groin. At the end of the third, allow your arms to move down, straighten your straighten your legs. Keep your legs wider than your hips. Okay. Now, move the heels away from each other. Just a tiny bit, not too much. Doesn't have to be uncomfortable. Now, activate your thighs like you want to lift your kneecap. And keeping the legs active like that, tilt your hips forward and allow your spine to unwind. Allow your upper body to hang. Completely relaxed. The legs are active, but the upper body is completely relaxed. Starting from your belly, relax your belly. Stay there. Keep your legs active. Then relax the upper body. Stay there. 3 more breaths. At the end of the third breath, bend your knees, put your hands on your waist and come up. Tadasana. Now you're in Tadasana, with the big toes touching and the heels slightly apart. Find your Tadasana position. So tilt your hips backward, belly in, gentle way. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Keep your arms relaxed. And imagine that you're pushing the back of your head away from the shoulders, like you are growing taller. Now close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, I want you to visualize yourself. But not exactly the yourself of now, the yourself that I can see in your video. I want you to visualize yourself in 2 years. Imagine that those 2 years that are gonna come are gonna be perfect. Everything that you want to do will happen, realistically. All your desire, realistic desire, will happen. So visualize yourself in 2 years if everything is going to go exactly like you want it to go. Visualize yourself into years, and a kind of upgraded version, realistically upgraded version, like your dream version, then you know that you can become that. You know it. What you see is doable. You're not visualizing something that cannot happen. And find this clear version of yourself. Record this vision. The vision that you want to be, yourself that you want to be in 2 years. And you can be in 2 years. And feel how you will feel. Feel the emotions. It's not just a static vision. It's an emotional one. So feel the emotions of this beautiful version of yourself, the realistic, beautiful version of yourself, improved yourself. That is something that you can do and you will do. And now I want you to shape the today body like you are already the version in 2 years. Embody this. Embody this feeling, this emotion, this happiness. Stable, strong, grounded, happy, proud. Everything you want. Okay. Now it's late, obviously. So, Shavasana. So take everything you need to be comfortable in Shavasana. Since you have the bolster, you can put the bolster under your knees. And you can use the folded blanket either to put it over your belly when you have a light weight on your belly, you're just giving the message to your body that it can relax deeper. Or you can use it just as a blanket. Up to you. Just for the first moments of Shavasana, recall the image of the version that you want to be in 2 years. And feel happy about it. Feel determined. You can do it. Feel good. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to chant the mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax. Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritam Gamaya Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritam Gamaya Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritam Gamaya. Slowly, start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Gently stretch your body. Roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before pushing with the left hand to sit up comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep your spine straight yet relaxed. Put your hands in Ananda Mudra or Chin Mudra. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.